7 o'clock, all right, we'll start the meeting of the Permanent Building Committee for July 17th, 2025. Lynn? The first thing is, if people are watching, once again, we ask that if you have any questions, whatever, you contact the project team on the website with the arrow, little blue arrow pointing to the way to contact us, and we'll be glad to answer any questions you may have. All right, I know we actually have one this week, so, all right. So the very first thing on the agenda is the DPW salt shed. I received an email from Joe Conway that the RFPs went out. I had informed him by email to send it out. They had gone out. He has had 10 firms take plans. And next Tuesday on the 22nd, it was a site visit to anyone who wanted to physically walk the site before submission. And he imagines that at that time the questions may come regarding the salt shed. He'll let me know how many actually come. Proposals are scheduled and they're due the 28th. And at that time, he didn't see the need to change it at that time because so far there haven't been any questions or amendments that need to be made to the RFP.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. So after the 28th, we'll have some idea. So for the August meeting, we'll have some work to go over the proposals. All right.
Great.
Any questions?
Are we gonna,
If you have any, I can't answer.
are we gonna review the proposals in a regular meeting? Or are we gonna have
No,
a
we should
special meeting?
Well, let's see how many we get.
Okay.
You know, if it's 3, we could probably all.
Well, we can get them in
Yeah.
advance, rate them and then
Yeah,
go. Okay.
yeah, let's see how many we get. If we get 10, that might be a different story.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions regarding the salt shed? Seeing none. Lynn?
Good evening. So first up, we have administrative actions. First on the list is review of the June 17th, 2025 Permanent Building Committee, School Building Committee meeting minutes.
I move that we approve the June 17th, 2025 minutes.
I second that.
Any questions or comments? Seeing and hearing none, is there any objection to approving the minutes? Hearing none, they're approved.
Next up is the monthly invoices for June 2025. And we have invoices totaling $8,854,255.69.
So I move that we approve the left field invoice for $145,000.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Hearing none. Chip?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Wayne?
Yes.
Chrissy?
Yes.
Aaron?
Yes.
I move that we approve SMMA's invoice for the month of June for the sum of $120,161.44.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Seeing none. Chip?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Wayne?
Yes.
Chrissy?
Yes.
Aaron?
Yes.
I move that we approve bonds invoice for $8,579,973.75.
Second that.
Any questions or comments? Just 8 million. What the heck? Chip?
Yes.
Sean? Yes. Jason?
Yes.
Wayne?
Yes.
Chrissy?
Yes.
Aaron?
Yes.
I move that we approve UTS's total for $9,120.50.
Second that.
Any questions, comments? Hearing none. Chip?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Wayne?
Yes.
Chrissy? Aaron?
Yes.
Unanimous.
Can I just ask one quick question? Who puts this slide together? Tim, can you put the in the same order?
Yes.
Thank you.
No problem.
It's so minor, but it just is easier because I do make sure those numbers are equal.
Right.
Just an interesting note that according to the paper, our bond rating dropped by a little bit.
Yeah, we're a double A rather than a triple A.
Pretty much based on the score.
Yeah, well, when you borrow a lot of money, that's what's
We have a
happening.
lot of that.
Yeah, that's what happens. But according to others, it's not a huge
I know.
Double A
difference.
and triple A.
All right, Lynn,
Okay, next up is the Verizon, who has asked for us to sign a work order to provide a new pole to install the Verizon service on. And we do have a utility budget, a company fees budget line that this would be charged against. But the cost of this would be $31,901.61. And we need the PBC to vote for Joe to sign this so that they can start their work order.
any questions regarding this?
Is that
Is-
just the cost of the pole?
It's gotta be labor too.
No,
so
it's the pole, the labor, the running of the wire.
Yeah, so they'll do a couple moves, they'll set the pole, they'll bring us a new service, and we're gonna have two services on, because we need one to start commissioning our school.
Yeah.
And the existing high school needs to stay alive.
Yep.
Then they'll come back when we're ready before demo takes that service out. That's this entire school.
Oh, it's just a temp pole.
No, it's a new pole,
It's a new-
permanent.
Oh, why didn't we underground it?
We are undergrounding it to this new pole. The original plan was to underground it to a pole that unfortunately we can't go to.
Is this normal that you, like the client pays for the,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, unfortunately, it is.
in any municipal type project? it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. That's why the cost is different from this.
All right, any other questions?
So I move that we allow Joe to sign this work order for Verizon for the sum of $31,901.61. And Tim is handing it to him currently.
He doesn't have a pen,
I
so
will
forget it.
second
It's not gonna happen.
that.
Oh, thanks.
Sorry,
We didn't vote.
don't sign yet.
Any other questions or comments? Hearing, was there a second?
Yeah, second.
Okay. Jeff,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Wayne,
Yes.
Chrissy,
Yes.
Aaron,
Yes.
I'm
There we go. On board.
signed.
Like
it is time.
This is like an executive order. I'm so impressed.
We should get him an auto pen.
That's right.
I can sign for it.
Oh, Joe, you didn't realize that
In the
you,
Galvin we had.
Joe, Joe, at the bottom, you just said it was your personal.
Yeah, I know, they all do.
Your personal.
The Galvin, Lynn had a stamp.
So we have a quick budget update. We have committed 92% of the total project budget and expended 34% to date. Our construction budget remains the same at the $223,897,739. And we have, for the whole total budget, we have an uncommitted amount of $21,741,401. We have not touched the owner's construction contingency. It remains at 11,022,969, and our owner's soft cost contingency is currently at $1,969,084.
Lynn, what do you see the owner's soft cost contingency?
Next
potentially
slide,
be?
unless anyone has any questions.
Yeah, Lynn?
Can you hear us, Lynn?
So this gets used
Yeah,
for,
so the question
yes,
the
can you hear
question I
me?
had, Lynn, was what do you anticipate the owner's soft cost contingency still being used for, if anything?
Any, design change, any, engineering or design changes that that are asked of the architect above and beyond their original scope of work? Any, expenditures that are outside of the construction budget? Such as maybe additional FF&E, or additional technology, or, just various project costs, that we may exceed the budget on.
Things that would not be,
Everything outside of construction would be in the owner's soft cost contingencies,
okay, anything and all of that.
construction related, that would not be construction,
Lynn, can you hear us?
falls
Lynn?
under this soft cost contingency.
Yes.
Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yes. Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yeah, I
Can you
think
hear
you
me?
Yeah.
was talking and you missed about.
Can you hear me?
80%.
Yeah.
I think there's a delay.
It sounds like a delay.
Delay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Soft cost contingency is basically all costs that are above what we identified in the budget that is not construction related.
Lynn, are we
Yes.
restricted in any way regarding the soft cost contingency versus the owner's contingency?
We only get a 0.5% in reimbursement on the soft cost contingencies.
Okay. But and how much do we get from the owner's contingency?
The owner's construction contingency, we get 1%.
Not that great. Okay, any other questions or comments?
Moving right along.
All right, Lynn?
So in terms of our cash flow, we're tracking, the actual is tracking higher than our projected. And that's basically based on the progress of the work and the fact that we've not used any of the construction contingency to date, which is a big number, the 11 million.
Any questions or comments? If none, okay, the contingencies here. Lynn?
So in terms of contingencies, the GMP contingency, which is inside the construction budget, we've expended $1,418,416 to date, and we have a remaining balance of $7,141,985. We haven't spent any of the owner's construction contingency, and to date, we've spent $235,510 of the owner's soft cost contingency. It's pretty much tracking right in line with the construction progress in terms of expenditures. So we're below in expenditures of the contingencies, but when you go to the next page, the holes and allowance is tracking pretty much in line. Holds and allowance, holds, we spent $428,021 of that. Remaining balance is $3,873,995. And our allowances, we spent $1,644,260, and we have a remaining balance of $573,604. And again, we've spent 32% of those types of contingencies to date, and we're in the 34 to 37% in terms of completion of construction.
Yeah, these two
questions?
slides
Yeah.
are very helpful. Yeah, I think I asked for a few summaries, so they're very helpful just to see where we are status wise with spent to date.
Yeah, they really
Good
are.
metrics for us to track too.
Are these in
other
that uncommitted costs? Are these considered committed within the subs?
The holds and allowances are within the budget, and we commit them as we expend them. So we have a remaining balance that you see here, uncommitted at this point, but as things come up and we need to expend them, we then commit them. The thing is all of these holds and allowances are targeted at particular areas of work. or trade division lines.
So the balance between this and the uncommitted cost is truly uncommitted, not
Yes.
identified scope.
Well, we have, their areas are identified and once we need the money in those areas, we expend it. But it's not, we haven't given it to the subcontractors until we, approve a whole, a PCO, which is either whole or allowance or a GMP contingency. It goes into one of those three categories.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, there's like 89 different holds within the GMP for different areas, whether it be premium time or any sort of scope, but it's all identified. It's just not used, and it might not get used, and it might get used. So
All right, any other questions or comments? No? All right, Lynn, next item.
So, the project funding agreement bid amendment was submitted to the town, at the end of June. We had a review meeting with everyone that needed to sign it ultimately. And, we went over it there, it was pretty much cut and dry. We did pretty good based on where we stood at bid amendment time versus where we started with the PFA agreement. And there was really no avenue where we could argue with the MSBA. So we let them know that we had no comments on the PFA bid amendment. And we sent it back to them and told them to provide the executable copy for the town. So we should be seeing that within the next week or two. And at that point, on behalf of the Permanent Building Committee, we need Joe to sign it. So we're asking that the PBC vote to authorize him to sign this agreement.
Lynn, for those in the room that haven't been through this before or don't even really know what public work is like with the MSBA, can you explain real quickly in a brief what the project funding agreement is?
So at the time that we established the scope and budget of the project, we receive a project funding agreement with the MSBA, and basically it outlines what they will pay for, what they will participate in paying for. And that occurs right after schematic design. It occurs right before the town vote on the project. So we use those dollars amount when we go to the town to vote approval of the project. Then it pretty much stays the same through the rest of design into construction. And when we fully bid out the project, we realign that the total project budget based on the GMP categories. So we realign it based on that. And once we do that, MSBA takes a look at it one more time and make sure that we haven't made any moves within the total project budget that they would disqualify in terms of reimbursement. So we did pretty good. Everything stayed the same, except for when we moved the money for the Hemlock Road roundabout that we had put into a bid alternate category because we weren't sure how the bids would line up, and we were able to take care of that work within the GMP, but we still had that money reserved in the alternate line. So we moved that into the construction budget to give us more flexibility should any of that work come in over budget, or should we need additional monies for any work related to the realignment and the roundabout itself, as well as any other construction overruns that are unknown at this point in time. But we moved it into the GMP to give us more flexibility and to give us more reimbursement if we end up using that money, because if we left it outside the project, we wouldn't get any reimbursement for it. So we changed about $119,000. The town is scheduled to pay about that much more if we expend all of the project cost, based on this movement that we made, which for the amount of money, which was about 3.4 million, it wasn't a bad loss, to gain that within the overall, construction budget.
Thank you.
I'm not sure that hopefully people understood that, but
We'll quiz everybody later on that.
yeah, it's a hard concept. Basically, from the day that they give you a project funding agreement, they're looking for every avenue to take money back from you. So the fact that we got through our full bid amendment and had only 119,000 taken back, it's not bad based on what we gained, is the best way to summarize it.
So I move that we authorize the chair of the Permanent Building Committee, Joseph Bertrand, to execute the project funding agreement bid amendment between the town of Wakefield and the Massachusetts School Building Authority for the Wakefield Memorial High School project.
And I will second that.
Is that the project we're working on?
Yeah, just today.
Yep.
Any other questions or comments? Hearing none. Chip,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Wayne,
Yes.
Chrissy, Aaron?
Yes.
Unfortunately, I vote yes as well. All right. Now we have, change order number 12.
Buckle your seatbelts.
Okay, I can run through this.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, DCO 64, this credit is due to the removal of 7 light fixtures in the auditorium, the added light fixture in a nearby AV closet, and the deletion of 2 speakers. DCO 67, this is the addition of 2 transfer grills and 1 in each of the MDF and electrical rooms. PCO 84, so this one is incorrectly titled. This change doesn't have anything to do with the cyclorama. This is only for 4 added electric outlets in the WCAT area where we missed providing power for the TV displays. PCO 88. This
So
is
just real quick, so that involves running the wires, we're not paying $1,200 for 4 outlets, right? It's the
Right,
whole
no,
wire,
it's the-
okay.
They actually
Power
changed
feed,
and WCAT changed the location
Okay.
of where it originally was gonna be as well, because for their own purposes.
Gotcha. Sorry.
Okay. PCO 88, this is the adjustment of the grades at the upper lot sidewalk due to having to meet the existing grades in the road. So there's some adjustments to get that sidewalk to work. PCO 90, the power requirements of the approved submitted barrel washer was different than the requirements in the drawing, so we had to change the requirement. PCO 92, this is revised a dimming protocol of 17 different fixtures in the auditorium to align with the specifications.
PCO 97 is, we had Quigley prep the upper lot on a Saturday before they were mobilizing to pave it. We needed Griffin on site, kind of stand by and help them make the final connections to the light pole bases. PCO 98 is fireproofing exterior beams, kind of out of sequence. So we had island fireproofings for the interiors, but once the tops were down, we had to come back and spray the outside.
That was due to winter conditions, right? Couldn't do it at that time.
Correct, the tops were in the way.
PCO 99, this is due to revised stud framing details at a large TV display in the media center. PCO 100, the title is incorrect here, but it's the result of the climbing wall has a substructure, and the members had to be stiffened in order to hit the steel that was available in the building. 102, the deletion of the floor drains at the emergency shower and eye wash. We deleted all the floor drains in the building at these locations because we typically don't provide them due to the maintenance issues they cause. PCO 103, this was for a beam that was missing to support a masonry wall on the back of the auditorium. PCO 105, these are some outlets that were missing in two benches, built-in benches in the hallway, one in 2B and one in the gym, near the gym. PCO 113. This was, there was a section of a short wall that was missing that needed to be installed to support the expansion joint where the wall and roof meet at buildings D and E. And the length of this was about 200 feet. That's where the cost is more. PCO 120, these are the floor boxes in the auditorium. We changed them from cast iron to PVC to aid in the ease of installation, and there was a credit for that.
PCO 124, the east-facing waterproofing on the brick shelf started to fail due to thermal shock. The waterproofing company and Henry supplied the material. This is just the cost for the waterproofing company to come replace that.
Explain that, thermal shock?
So basically, it got cold, and then the sun would heat it up, and it'll get cold, and that's why they got thermal shock, and that's not PCO 710 is to install pedestrian guardrails. These were called out to be installed by the landscaper. The landscaper excluded them, so we created a hold, and now we're having to self-install them. PCO 711 is spring premium time, kind of battling the weather during the spring with all the rain. We took advantage of days that weren't raining, so we worked longer days and some Saturdays to, maintain schedule. PCO 712 is Gerald Marshall. So we had them come in a couple Saturdays to strip forms to allow Wrigley to be backfilling first thing Monday morning. So that was a few Saturdays.
So the guardrails were a hold?
Yes.
The installation.
Right.
Sorry.
How much was the hold?
It's just not noted there, Star.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. The hold was, for that one was 50, and then there was some savings on different landscape hold that were used to cover that.
Is Poland companies, of course.
Yeah, when we're developing the request to award letters, if there's a scope that we know we're going to anticipate, we'll create.
No, any allowances, right?
Correct.
All right,
All right.
is that it?
That's it.
The total is 188,473. And these all come out of the bottom GMP contingency?
Except for the
Construction.
Yes.
And holds and allowances.
And the holds and allowances.
So it's a $0
Right.
contract sum change.
And when you went over the contingency sheet, it had 7.1 million left. Did you take these out of that? Or are these? to be
These are
taken out?
these are taken out of the contingency holds and allowance as noted on here.
Okay,
So yes, it's reflective of change order 12.
okay,
Great.
all right.
So I move that we approve change order 12. Back up. As presented for the sum of $188,473.
And I second that.
Any questions or comments? Hearing none. Chip,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Wayne,
Yes.
Chrissy,
Yes.
Aaron,
Yes.
it's unanimous.
Yeah.
Next item, Lynn?
So we have a few PCOs that were outside of change order 12 that needs to be reviewed and tonight approved.
So this is PCO 27, PR 34, which is just the underground and foundation scope for the Burnett Field lighting.
This is all of that for that, right?
Yep, so it's Quigley, excavating backfill into conduits for Griffin, it's Quigley, bringing in, a subcontractor to drill out the caissons, install the sleeves from
Yep.
the lighting vendor, and then Emmanuel kind of, restoring all the disturbed areas.
And when we originally looked at this, I remember the number being about 360,000, so it's come down a bit to 321.
Here's the panel.
What's that, Chrissy?
Just asking where the panel is, where it's fed from.
So right now, we're gonna temporarily feed it from the existing school, and then once we swap it over.
Okay, that's just my math.
Inside the school.
Yes.
Yeah, where the.
And this is not for the lights themselves, this is for the underground and the structure,
The conduit.
everything for the lights.
Yeah.
All right.
Up 2 lights.
Any questions or comments? And for the record, this was approved by the Conservation Commission.
So I move that we approve change order request for PCO 27 PR 34 for the Burnett Field Underground Electrical for the sum of $321,821.
I will second that.
Any questions or comments? And this is also coming out of GMP contingency, correct?
Construction contingency, yeah.
Thank you. Chip,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Wayne,
Yes,
Chrissy,
Yes.
Aaron,
Yes,
unanimous. All right,
So this is PCO 93, PR 72. There is some, the elevator subcontractor requires disconnects at the top of the elevator shaft, so this is.
It's a requirement from the elevator. Company. That was new.
That was new, that wasn't on.
From, yeah.
Right, it wasn't valid when we did.
so it hasn't been valid when they did.
Where is the
Pricing.
total on this thing?
It's that
top line,
9,350.
Oh, it's, okay. All right, so I move that we approve change order request PCO 93 PRO 72 for the added elevator disconnects per RFI 319 for the sum of $9,359.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Hearing none. Chip,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Wayne,
yes,
Chrissy,
Yes.
Aaron,
yes,
it's unanimous.
This last one is PCO 104. This is the, we talked about that new pole from Verizon. This is bring those telecom site conduits to this new pole. This is, Griffin cost and Quigley cost to, was actually a credit. And then we had to pay Verizon a deposit to come and even do it, service design. So it's, a credit going to contingency of $3,820.
Goes back to contingency. It's a credit.
So what we're approving is $3,820 on bond contingency,
Going back to the contingency.
going back to that. So
Yeah, this is all own scope. So because of the rerouting, the change, we get a credit back. So this is the construction side of things, whereas that earlier invoice is the owner funded side. So
We always vote for credits. That's right.
So I move that we change order request for PCO 104 for the bond contingency of $3,820.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Hearing none. Chip,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Wayne,
yes.
Chrissy,
Yes.
Aaron,
yes.
unanimous.
Bingo.
Okay, some construction
All right.
progress photos.
Marcus.
This is building A, you can see the granite base is installed. Brick actually started today. So
Nice.
How many crews did they have going today?
right now, the lighthouse is only doing one crew. So once we get up to elevation to kind of like the roof line, A second crew is gonna go on the roof, work their way around the roof. And then once they're done, they'll drop down at E and start working their way around and try to meet somewhere probably around the end of D buildings.
But they only have one crew laying this whole side?
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, you can just, it's kind of like a blown out shot of it. You can see the Z-Grids that Sunrise installed. Lighthouse right now is installed on the mineral well. Well underway.
Who sets the first brick? How cool is that?
Random.
Maybe a million brick.
Lottery.
We'll let Marcus do the first brick.
One brick.
So it's really.
And then they'll take it off and do it right.
Yeah.
Not amazing. All right, the next photo. Okay, so this is the west side of building B. You can see they're installing windows. You can see the secrets going on. Just kind of getting ready for the mason to come to later on. This is building D, west side. You can see they're installing the sheathing, kind of at the gym area. This is building E. This is the latest slab on grade we poured. It's the music room, kind of the band room and chorus room, so. This is us getting ready and building F for hopefully the final slab on grade on the building, that we're targeting for at the end of this month.
When's it gonna happen?
The end of this month. You can see the stay goes down, installation's underneath it, and then it's quite a amount of work to get the structural slab and rebar installed. This is just another view of the chorus and band room concrete floor. This is the auditorium. You can see we did the slope already. We are prepped and kind of ready to go on this pour, which we're targeting hopefully Wednesday or Friday of next week. Just some seismic clips on the elevator. I think this is the C elevator. Current view of Burnett Field. I believe that's them fertilizing it this week. All right, construction update. So bond building, so we're working on installing the parapet blocking in buildings D and F. We're also installing the roof curb infills on C3 and D3 roofs. The exterior building mock-up, we had the waterproofing company to do those kind of the final sealants. Sunrise is working on the sunshade bracket reworks and the extrusions, getting that done, and then they'll follow up with the metal panel installed pretty soon. Interior classroom mock-up, we board taped and applied a primer on it. Homer is coming back to do a first coat on Monday, and then we're gonna have K&K on site Wednesday to solve the sailing grid to allow the MEPs to start dropping in their material. Site work, Quigley's kind of off-site, but they popped back in to do a backfill on the south side of the auditorium that we just saw after the wall placement, so we can start prepping and get that poured out. Concrete, Marshall placing topping slabs in the building A terrace in the slope area in building E. And then just working through completing the slab on grades that we saw in the auditorium in F building. Masonry lighthouse, they're going to continue the granite base and flashing on building A. They started brick, like I said, today, and then they're installing CMU curves on D3, E, low roof, and the green roof. Iron Miss Metals, so just kind of finishing up stair C2, and then kind of chasing out the next stairs, which are D2. Waterproofing company installing the primary seals on the building's B and C windows. They're continuing the ABB installing the foundations and at the terrace. ABB is ongoing. on the west and north elevations of D. Fireproofing, they're working through the intermescent on the key steel members in the gym and stairs. Kind of working through that so we can start closing in. Greenwood is installing vapor barriers on the C3 and D3 roofs, and then focusing on closing up building F roof. Current wall, Sunrise installing, current wall, get the number, but it's there, A1. Lockheed's continue installing windows on building A east, C west, and D building west and north elevations. Drywall, with frame and sheathing, multiple elevations across C, D, and E. Button up some frame, loose ends frame in B building, and then they're installing the blocking, getting ready for board and tape, once we get the final inspections on level 2A. Plumbing is installing roof drains in the D building and E building, so we can get kind of weather tight on the roof. And then they're completing the in-wall and the science labs A and B, and culinary kitchen C bridge. Fire protection is installing mains and branches in the gym, D building first floor, and then E building. HVAC is setting, connecting classroom rooftop unit curbs, installing ductwork, fan coils, branch controls, and various levels of B, C, and D. And they just piping. And then electrical, working towards the in-wall inspection on building A level 2, building up electric rooms in building B, and just installing A, C. That's the recap of what's going on.
Good report.
Any questions or comments? Thank you. Thanks, Marcus.
So next up, we have the next PBC site tour for August 7th and the next PBC meeting on August 14th.
All right. Just everybody know, we did receive a email from a neighbor on Farm Street.
Correct.
It turns out some of the members of other construction people. Is that right, Marcus? We're parking on the other side of Farm Street where no parking was allowed. It turns out it was, am I correct? It was the Vogue and the. Did we ever figure out who it was? Okay. There was some question whether it was the Vogue and the MLD, but Bond did speak to all those various people and told them no parking on that side of the Farm
We
Street.
should just told them all, and they would have found out where they were working.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what Jerry mentioned to the in the meeting, so.
Yeah.
More tickets, more towing, and then.
That was the first email we've had for a while on the project, so. Yeah.
Can we, or should we get an update from the light department on the energy part?
I think they have, don't you guys have?
Yes.
We have a monthly coordination meeting with them, yeah.
Yeah, so the last time we checked, we're getting permanent power sometime in April, which is a little too late for us, so there's an option to provide a temporary pole on Hemlock that they're due, and they're gonna bring an overhead line and connect into the manhole temporarily to get us permanent power. So we'll get that sometime in November.
All right. Any other questions, comments, anybody? Thanks for everybody getting.
Oh, wait, let me just-
So
there's, Lynn, this is kind of, no, this will be quick. So Lynn, this goes back to whether ZBA needs to vote to accept the minor modifications that we've been doing, and we do not. So what we originally went to the ZBA for was a determination upon the building department turning us down for our permit. we didn't actually go for site plan review. So the fact that we then approved, that we then reversed Ben's decision. But what we did decide is that it would be in really good taste, once we know what's happening with the lights and once we know what's happening with H, to go back to the ZBA and just give them an update of these changes. But nothing, there's no approval process necessary,
Even for, the additional parking?
even for H. Because again, we did no site plan approval, it was a reversal of the of the building department's decision.
Okay, great. All right.
Got a little too technical for me, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah,
But we did decide that we should
But we're gonna
go back
present
and
to them,
just give them a quick update,
Okay,
once we know what we're doing with H.
all right,
That's good.
yeah. Anything else for anybody?
Another great meeting, Joe.
Oh, thank you, Wayne.
Um,
All right, thanks everybody for being here.
sorry, just real
Uh-oh.
quick.
Oh,
Sorry,
no.
Joe. It's quick. I'm going to reach out via email to the subcommittee that was formed at the last meeting, FF&E and Technology, because we do want to stay on target with review of budgets end of July, early August, if we have to, because I know summer vacations, et cetera. So
right.
you'll be hearing from me. Thanks.
Great,
That's it.
thanks, Aaron.
All right, sounds great.
So we'll work on any vacation time or whatever, all right?
Yep.
Okay. All right,
Good job.
Thank you.
all right.
Good
Good night, everybody. A motion to adjourn, the second one is approved. Thank you.
Second, too.